Okay, here in this last video, we're going to talk about the plane. Now, this is typically how we draw a picture, is we just kind of draw a slanted rectangle, which we call a parallelogram. Why? That's just what we do. That's not perfect. I'll make that perfect for you guys. Nice. All right, now I'm going to put a point here, point here, point here, and then in. All right, so to name this plane, there's no cool notation, no plane hats. You're just going to write out the word plane. You can call it A, B, C. Actually, I'm going to put a fourth point there. That's a D. You can call it plane DAB, D-A-B, plane bad. All right, you have to use, what you do have to do is you have to use 3 letters. All right, or let me be a little bit more mathematical about it. You have to use 3 points. When defining a unique plane, you use 3 points. So line you use 2, plane you use 3, and what was I going to say? Order doesn't matter, and you only use 3. So use only 3 points. Or M, in this case right here, remember M's not a point. We could call this, oops, use it type. We could call this plane M as well. That's just a name for the plane. And it extends infinitely in 2 dimensions. All right, so we're kind of, as you see a progression, a point has no dimensions, it can't be measured. A line is in 1 dimension. Now a plane is in 2 dimensions. And it's actually not going to be till the end of the year where we get to 3 dimensions. Start talking about cubes and stuff. All right. And this is just a flat surface, like an iPad screen, wall, something like that. All right. And then we're going to talk about coplanar and non-coplanar. All right, so we just talked about collinear and non-collinear. What are some examples of coplanar and non-coplanar? This is it. So coplanar, they're points that lie on the same plane. All right, and then any 3 points are coplanar. And we're going to elaborate on that fact a little bit more in the future. And then non-coplanar are points that don't lie on the same plane. So maybe a really good way to explain this is, let's draw a cube, but let's see how quickly I can draw a cube. Draw a square. Oops, what happened? So we draw a square, draw another square, then I'm going to connect. All right, so then I'm just going to start naming this stuff. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. All right, so some obvious coplanar points would be this bottom face right here. You could say points A, B, C, we'll just stop there, are coplanar. And in fact, they define a plane. Points A, B, C, H are non-coplanar. All right, as you can see, H, it's out of the mix, does not fall on that plane, does not lie on the same surface. You can't get a flat piece of paper to go through all 4 of those points. Now here's a doozy. Points A, B, and H, guess what? Are they coplanar? Are they non-coplanar? They are coplanar. You guys are probably saying, hold up, there's no plane, there's not a plane, they're not on the same side, all that stuff. Any 3 points are coplanar, so through A, B, I can make a plane that contains H. It'd be kind of like that, just like imagine some diagonal plane going through this cube. All right? So remember, you're going back to the assignment and you're submitting these completed notes for 3 points. All right? So you're doing these follow-up questions in Canvas. Those are graded on correctness for 2 points. And then you're submitting this back for 3 points in the assignment. All right? And let me know if you have any questions. Make sure they're all filled out, they look nice and pretty, and submit them.